Hi, and welcome to the Angel Advisory for the week of May 15th to the 21st. So this morning, as I'm sitting here sort of asking, okay, what's our energy collectively, universal energy going to be like this week? What came to me was that we will probably be asked to make decisions where there will be a tug of war happening between our logic, our mind, and our heart. And this can be really all-consuming because we really don't know which way to go. And we could be enthralled in just sort of going, the mind is saying this and the heart is saying something totally different. And often, as we all know, hindsight is 20/20. And sometimes we have made decisions where we've allowed our logical mind to have free rein and pull us in the direction that it wants us to go, and things have worked out fine. But then other times we've sort of gone, I should have went with my heart on that one. Everything would have lined up better. So this week there could be some of this tug of war happening between our heart and our mind. So one of the things to remember is that usually our logic takes things from a fear-based point. So it is going, oh my God, survival mode kicks in, and it's going, okay, if you make this decision, then blah, 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 and if you go that way, then, oh my gosh, this is going to be failure and doom. If you find yourself in this position, be sure that you remain open to everything and look at both sides with compassion and being open to seeing what both sides look like. Don't necessarily jump off the bridge and run with something when your logical mind is sort of pointing out little things that is kind of true and your heart is pushing you. Usually your heart, though, is the one that you should follow, and your mind is the one, like I said, that has these fear-based things. So if you find yourself in this tug of war, remember to remain open to all options and looking at both sides of the equation equally. If you find that you are, just really vacillating between the two and you really don't know what to do, I suggest that you take a time out from thinking about it totally and going and doing something where your mind is completely taken away from your decision that you have to make. And just get out there and do something totally different, totally where you are not thinking at all. Because the more that you can let go, the more that you open yourself up to the universe, allowing things to flow to you. And a lot of times that's what happens. We have something in our heart. We have a decision and our heart is saying one thing and our logical mind is saying something totally different, and we go with our logical mind. And when we do that, we block whatever was coming to us from our heart-based decision, whatever the universe was going to bring us, it blocks that totally. So we really have to trust that we are the best person to come up with this decision. We could seek some advice on it and sort of ask people or talk to some friends or peers or family or someone that you trust and just sort of say, hey, I'm sort of making a decision here and I don't know which way to go. And just have their opinions. And that's exactly what they are. They are their opinions and something to add to your knowledge base, because this is also a week of gathering power, and knowledge is power. That's how we can make appropriate decisions, by gathering all of the information that we can. We all have the internet at our fingertips, which is really good for gathering information quickly, at least way quicker than back in the day when I was in school and we had encyclopedias and reference books, and that it took a lot longer to gather information. So use that, gather your power, know that you have the power to make the correct decision and that you will make the correct decision based on you. So that's what this week is sort of looking like. And it's not a bad thing. It's just sort of like where there will be a decision. It's probably going to be one that will affect the next little period of our life. And it will be a major sort of decision that we have to make. Or it could be a minor decision that has us stopped. Not as minor as, should I go for coffee or should I go for tea? But some kind of a decision will have to be made. So let's take a look at some cards now. We're going to use the Map deck by Colette Baron-Reid, and we're going to map our week out. So let's see what the cards offer in the way of help for us this week. And the first one is Heal the Ouch. Heal the ouch. So this is telling me that anything that has been bothering you, it's time to look at it honestly and start healing it. And that is the only way through something, is to actually sit with it and look at it and start healing it. So what is that going to take to heal the ouch? Now, the ouch could be a physical ouch, or it could be an emotional ouch, or a mental ouch, something that has been bugging you for a long time. And this is neat. And this actually comes back to what they're giving me right now, is sometimes when we're making a decision, something from our past has caused an ouch in that, and we are holding on to that, and that's how we base our decisions. They are not a free-flowing thing. It's because, oh, somebody did us wrong, or something. I did that once before, and oh my God, this happened, and I'm never doing that again. And so it sort of is like asking us to heal that and sort of look at, okay, why did that all happen? And perhaps it was something that you stepped out too soon. You know, it was maybe your thought, and we just need to have a different look at it. So start gently healing whatever ouch you have, and know that you can do this. And we really all have the power to heal our ouches and to work through them and to get past them, because we have all been given that gift. So that's the first card, is heal the ouch. So if you have a decision and you're really waffling back and forth between your heart and mind, and if there is something and it's similar to something that has happened in the past where you've had a bad experience, definitely take some time and look at that this week. Oh, the ghost lands. Oh, so sometimes when we are making a decision, and that it's like things are frozen and we are in the ghost lands. It's like a no man's land, and we are sort of going, oh my God, I don't know where to go and which way to turn and everything like this. And I think this speaks of our past as well, and our decisions that we have made. And every decision that we have made in our past brings us to where we are today. So if we're in the ghost lands and we don't know which way to go, that tells me right away that we need to just let it go. And that eventually a decision will be made, but we need to give it some pause, we need to give it some space, and we need to just, like I said, give it some compassion and just have it be sitting there and just sitting and waiting in that. So it's sort of like taking a breath, taking a breather, not deciding, and not in the sense of never deciding which way you're going to go, because if you avoid it, that is making a decision. You're saying, well, I'm choosing to not do this. But it's just like giving it some air, giving it some time to, if you were making bread, that's what they're giving me right now. If you were making bread, you have to give it some time to raise up, and then you punch it down and you let it raise again. So what we are doing is we are giving it some time for the yeast to start working and for everything to start sort of figuring out. And that also goes back to gathering our power and our knowledge and that. So think of it, when you are letting it rise, that you are gathering some knowledge in that and just sort of getting it together. There's no rush. It doesn't feel like a week to make a rush. There's also, I think next Saturday is the full moon, so that's an opportune time to let things go. So we'll see, and Mercury comes out of retrograde on next Sunday, so a week from today. And that, oh, we have a couple of cards here that want to come out. So the first one is Balancing Act. So just stay balanced in whatever you're doing this week. Remember to balance work with fun as much as you can, rest and that as much as you can, so that you stay in balance. Because when you're in balance, it's like you're better able to make all decisions. Life flows a lot better. When you get out of balance, then that's where we have a lot of challenges. So stay balanced this week. Don't be thinking all the time. Don't allow your mind to run with things and be thinking and thinking and thinking. Let them go. Go have something fun to do. And that, go have coffee with a friend, or go visit a lake, or go do something that just allows your mind to just be free and not think about whatever you're trying to work out. The last one is the compass. And this one, I'm feeling guided to look at the book for this one, because the compass, what's coming to me is, it's like, okay, which direction are you going to take? This is a time where this decision will take you in a different direction, or it'll keep you the same direction that you're going in now. And so we really need to know where our true north is within ourselves, to know where we want to go. Are we comfortable with where we are now, and comfortable in the sense that life is going really good and we like where we are now? Or are we needing to make a change in direction? And just, even half a degree sometimes is something that makes a huge change, and it doesn't really affect your life that much, but it does make a huge difference in your life on how you perceive everything. So as long as you orient your compass to true north, the direction of your higher power, you will never be lost. Very appropriate words, and that's why they wanted me to read that to you. So right now, if you're entering uncharted territories, and that, know that you are the one that has the power, and your true north is what counts. So if you have a decision to make this week, and you're kind of having a little tug of war between your heart and mind, take a time out, please, and just allow it to rise a little bit, then look at it again and sort of punch it down with giving okay, what is my true north? What do I really feel about this? And let it rise again and see what comes out of it. Overall, guys, I see this as a good week, because when we are having this tug of war between our heart and our mind, it really solidifies within us what our true north is and who we really are and who we want to be and where we want to go. So this is a good week for all of us to just learn something more about ourselves and get more comfortable in our skins and just be way more us, because you being you and me being me is what makes this world unique. And each of us has a gift that we can give to everybody that we meet. So until next week, guys, have a blessed week. And I just am so looking forward to talking to you guys next week and seeing how your week was. And namaste to each and every one of you. Have a great day, everyone.